Okay, before I jump into the meat of this chapter review, let me just say I apologize for it being so delayed, a lot of delays and then other crap, but none of that is stopping me right now, technically. So, this chapter originally came out while it was still 2016, so this chapter, 851, was technically, and untechnically, the last chapter of the year of Sanji. It's 2017 now, like, decently into it, it's like over a week. But now, you know, the year of Sanji is complete. This is where it ends off. Not just with Sanji finding out about Pudding's, you know, real motives, but with him having to listen to her and her minions acting like some Disney villains, some very generic Disney villains, if I might say so, mocking him in every way, shape, or form. And we also get to learn that not only does Pudding know how to use a gun properly, she also has a really good gun that can pierce through, like, armor and concrete, and thankfully misses Sanji. But we also learn that that's not all she has in terms of abilities, although it's pretty useless offensively. It's good for covering up what, honestly, is just a monologue for us. Which I'm not downplaying. I mean, it was a great reveal. Just, yeah, why would she reveal all of that if she could easily just erase all of Reiju's memories in the end? Just saying. Sounds like something like CinemaSins would find wrong. But regardless, you know, her memory manipulation power is new. I mean, we have actually dealt with memory manipulation back in the Dressrosa arc, actually. Speaking of Dressrosa arc, I mean, sounds like a terrible segue, but this chapter also, aside from the Sanji-related stuff, gave us something new, or at least something somewhat new, being the fact that we finally got to see a Straw Hat go toe-to-toe with a Yonko. And it wasn't Luffy. And yeah, before you guys start raging about me saying toe-to-toe, yeah, obviously Brook's gonna lose. But it's not as one-sided as, say, Zoro versus Mihawk, back when the, you know, biggest of the bads were the Seven Warlords, and not the Four Emperors. And also, the more recent and slightly less gappy one would be Sanji versus... shit, how am I forgetting his name? Joker? That's his code name. Doflamingo! How the fuck did I forget his name? Holy fuck. It's been a while. Either way, I'm just saying, it was even more one-sided then, post-time skip Sanji. That being said, he better get a power-up by the end of this goddamn arc. Or, like, awaken whatever genes made the Vinsmoke so much more powerful than normal humans, rather than him just becoming slowly OP over time through Zeph's training. So, you know. And again, he is pretty fucking strong if he can survive being crushed undersea and still kick a Kraken and burn it underwater. I digress, though. You know? He really should get a power-up ASAP. But Brook is fighting against Big Mom. Just so you guys don't forget what I was talking about. He is going toe-to-toe, and even though he's obviously damaged, he's probably the only Straw Hat that could get that damage and not really give a damn, because he's a piece of skeleton, and all he has to do is just pop his spirit out or whatever. The way he works is far different than any of the other Straw Hats, allowing him to take much more of a beating, even though, you know, beatings are kind of the Straw Hat specialties, as both Zoro and Sanji have at least shown in multiple times. And Luffy. Basically, any of the main three. Yeah. Oh, and Usopp. Usopp can take a beating. Ooh. I have really digressed. But I'm going to be honest, I didn't really have too much time to plan this. Once again, stuff. Although I did have a lot of time to plan this. Yeah. But either way, I'm just happy to see someone other than Luffy, or Zoro, or Sanji, get to fight the big villain of the arc. And at least seem like there's a chance, even though, story-wise, it's obvious he's going to lose. But the thing is he going to lose? and get, put away like Big Mom would want to do with a skeleton that talks and dances and sings? Or will he somehow manage to hold off long enough, which he could realistically do, power-wise. I mean, it's not like Zeus can stop him. He's basically immune to electricity, so Prometheus is the only other thing. And we're not sure how Big Mom's soul powers would work against Brook's. Would it be superior because Brook is a soul? Or would Brook's soul, which is based off another power, be immune to her soul-controlling powers? And even if it takes like some emotion, like for example, when Big Mom killed her son, he was still okay until he freaked the fuck out. Brook's got some damn composure. Like, he gave her a monologue speech, and he is badass as fuck. So, he's not going to break emotionally, that's for sure. So he could actually escape and still be heavily injured and taken out of the story for a little bit, but we don't know which way that's going to go. And speaking of being taken out of the story and popping back up, we get to see Jinbei again. That is what I was waiting for. That being said, this chapter has so much crammed into one, and it works, but it's also a product of the fact that we have to speed up, because remember, 2017, at least by the end of the year, we will start the Wano arc, and a couple of weeks ago, we were told specifically we were about halfway done with this arc. There are a lot of plot lines, and as shown with this chapter and a couple of previous ones, it can all be tied up neatly. So, it probably end up being a slightly bigger arc than it seems at first. Because we have so many different things. Plus, with the revelation of the Vinsmokes being just as much of a victim as the Straw Hats, and Capone still having his side whatever bullshit that we don't even know what he's really doing right now. Honestly, there are multiple sides to the story, and the Vinsmokes are no longer people that have to be beaten. If anything, they're the damsels in distress that Sanji, being the good person that he is, and seeing his sister, the only Vinsmoke he actually gives a fuck about being tortured in front of him, a good incentive to actually save them. He will save them. It's not out of Sanji's character. As much as he hates his family, he is a good person. They're being wronged by an even bigger villain who honestly just straight up manipulated them and used their egos, filleted their egos. Ugh, did anyone just picture Big Mom doing that? That's disgusting. Rule 34 shit. All jokes aside, they're being taken advantage of big time, and Sanji will not just stand around for that. I mean, he has the food basket with all of the Straw Hat's favorite foods. That's obvious. He didn't even leave. He left the flowers behind, but he still has the food basket. He will definitely be giving that food to Luffy and Nami. And, there's only one more plot point that we have to cover, which is the mirror world. So they wake Brule and tickle her into giving them the answers of how to find the mirrors, which they just have to yell at them. I am, not entirely sure how that, pans out, but like I said, some stuff has to be rushed, so nitty-gritty. On the other hand, I do want to see how good Carrot is at drawing faces. That's gotta be adorable. So, actually, thinking about it one way, here's one way Brook could escape, since they're looking for him too. They could literally just take Brook into the mirror world and escape through another mirror. I don't know what mirrors are currently in the area where Brook versus Big Mom is going on, but it's possible. Like, legitimately possible. But, this chapter only has so much to go with, so now we just have to see what Jinbei's role is finally going to be. Why he wasn't allowed in the court area. And to be honest, the only reason I'm really rushing to make this video now, rather than really wait for the new equipment that unfortunately won't be coming until next week, is because this chapter, which will answer these questions, is coming out first thing tomorrow morning. That being said, I'm also going to have to haphazardly put that together tomorrow. But nonetheless, I don't want to miss any more, and I want to be there with you guys, and, see all of this. Also, I don't have much else to do, kind of boring up here on my own. Kind of want to do some more stuff, like play Warframe or start Final Fantasy 15. Those of you who are subscribed to the channel, look forward to those when they finally do come out, when I get all my equipment together. But for now, this is the best I can do, which is not time consuming. I have to use like my power cord for my laptop. I digress. Tell me what you guys think of the chapter, which has been released so long ago now, like over 2 weeks ago at this point, and how you guys think tomorrow's chapter will be. And if you guys are seeing this when tomorrow's chapter comes out, so be it. But no spoilers. I want to read it myself. And also, after a few hours after this release, if anyone cares about Akame ga Kill or Attack on Titan, those reviews will be up by the end of tonight as well. So, yay, because Akame ga Kill finished. I kind of hoped there was at least one more month in it, but hey. So, stay tuned for that, guys. And once again, thank you for tuning in. This is Smalls of Black Knight 94. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You know, everything helps. I finally reached approximately 80 subscribers. Not sure if that's gone up or down overnight, but I want to get to 100 at some point soon and get farther. So help me get farther. Tune into the Attack on Titan stuff, which has been dying down a little bit. And stay tuned for the final Akame ga Kill chapter review. And if any of you guys are RWBY fans, I will at some point be making a RWBY theory video. Because why not? I'm not going to spoil what it is. If you guys are interested in RWBY theories, check that shit out. Smalls out. Peace,